Hello, hello, friends, and welcome. Welcome to yours and mine Cozy Corner. My name is Amanda, and on this channel, we talk about books, and more books. Okay, guys, so this is an impromptu video. I was not planning on making a video. I am still working on the very first video that I made and have not posted yet. That video in itself was just trying for a lot of different reasons. It's not the best video, but I'm still going to put it out there because you just have to move forward sometimes. The reason I'm making this impromptu video is because I'm going to put my little stuff over here, okay, y'all? I end up getting a shipment here from, who's this from? Bookoutlet. I actually forgot that I ordered books, not because I order a lot of books, but I really wasn't expecting it to come this quickly. And I figured, hey, I'm making videos now. I need all the practice that I can get. And hey, I got a little mini book haul here, so let's go forward. So I am going to open this with you guys. And if I remember correctly, it's only like 4 or 5 books. I don't order a lot of books. Like, you probably would never see me do a book haul of something like 40 or 50 books, something like that. You probably would never see me do such a thing because I usually only order books after I have read them. I tend to not like buying books and I don't know whether or not they're good because books aren't cheap. They are expensive. So, or at most places, they are expensive. So I'd rather go to my public library, which we have a wonderful public library here where I live, and read the book and then decide whether or not I want to purchase it. And I don't know if you've heard of Bookoutlet, but Bookoutlet sells new books at a discounted price. So that's what I tend to do. So let's get this open. Sorry, I hope this is not like extremely loud in the microphone. So let's see what I have ordered. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have some weeds to get these open. Oh, okay. Yes. All right, guys. So the first book that I have here, okay, this is The Secret to a Southern Wedding. This is by Cynthia Williams, and this is a series. This is a 3-book series. I have already read this book. I think I gave it like a 4 out of 5 stars. It is just, it is such a good read. I can't remember if this is book 1 or 2 in the series, but it's a great book. So I won't go into this video like into details of each book. I'll probably do that a little bit later. Right now, I just want to pretty much just kind of tell you guys what I actually got from Bookoutlet. All right. Okay. Let me say this. I am the person that read all types of books. Now, if someone will say, hey, what is your favorite genre of books? I probably will say horror, and it can get a little bit dark, but really, I love thrillers. I love romance. You know, I'm just a book reader. I am getting into sci-fi. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. So anyway, the second book I have is by Brom, Evil in Me. So this one, I haven't actually read this book yet. I'm actually in the midst of reading it. Now, I know I just said, well, I don't usually buy books until I have read them. That is mostly true. But with Brom, I feel like I can trust him. I feel like I know I'm going to enjoy his book. I've read another one of his books called The Lost God. It's a little dark, but I really, really enjoyed his book. So this book was on sale, and I don't know how much it costs, but it was on sale. And I have learned that if there's a book that I want from Bookoutlet and it's on sale, and I mean, it's already discounted, but if it's on sale and I want it, I need to go ahead and get it because I have lost out on several books from not doing that. So Brahm, he's a trusted author to me. I feel like I get his work. I enjoy his work. So that's why I have it. Oh, you know what? I get so angry. This is the second time that Bookoutlet have done something like this to me. But they put two Brahms in here. This is not the correct book. So two Brahm books. That is not what I ordered. So that makes me think that they have messed up and one of my other books is missing. I have to figure out what that is. Okay, so The Tennis Partner. I know I'm going to mess up this author's name, but this is Abraham Verghese, I believe is how he pronounces his name. I have not read this book. However, I have read The Covenant of Water, which is a wonderful, wonderful book. It was actually in my top 3 last year. So I might be speaking a little too quickly as far as having faith in him, but I do. And again, this is one that I didn't want to miss out on getting because I waited too late. Bookoutlet, I am upset that y'all have messed up my order again. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I take that back. The last order, I actually messed up. I ordered the wrong book. Take that back. Sorry, Bookoutlet. Okay, so Onyx Storm. And I did not pay $19.99 for this book. It was like $10, something like that. So I have not read Onyx Storm. This is a series by Rebecca Yarros. I did read the first 2. Now, this is usually not my type of book. However, one of the young ladies that I worked with, she went on and on about it, asked me to read the first one. I did. I did enjoy it. And I'm one of those people, when I start a series, I really like to finish it. So that's why I have this, and it's really quite pretty. And from my understanding, this is actually going to be a 5 series and not 3. But anyway, I look forward to reading this. But now I have got to contact Bookoutlet to let them know they have given me 2 Brahm books. Hey guys, so I had to go do some detective work and I realized that Bookoutlet did not make a mistake with giving me 2 of Brahm's book. I accidentally ordered 2. So I'm not exactly certain what I'm going to do with it yet, but it was not their fault. It was mine. Oh well, things happen. Hello guys, I am back. I am back to finish the little mini impromptu book haul that I got from Bookoutlet. So the first book that I have is The Secret to a Southern Wedding by Cynthia Williams. It is book 1 of 3 in the Peachtree Cove series. And you guys know I have to look at my notes because I just won't remember all of this. But this is an adult African American contemporary romance. So we have Dr. Imani Kemp, who is coming home because she has just learned that her mother is getting married to a man that she met on a dating app. So Imani is not trying to let that happen, especially not after the disastrous divorce that her mom had with the last marriage. But one of the problems is that sparks start to fly between Imani and the groom's son. And this in itself is complicated because the groom and his son relocated to Peachtree Cove after the loss of his wife in a tragic death situation. And there was a lot of gossip and speculation about what really took place surrounding the death of his wife. But the groom's son is just so happy that his dad has finally found happiness again, that he refused to let Imani or anyone threaten that for his father. But the more he tries to prove and convince Imani that his, father, of his father's love to his mother, to her mother, the more he's drawn to Imani. So we got two people here. We have two people here that are in forced proximity. So it's really a quick, fun, easy read. It has that small town drama, which I absolutely love. And overall, it's just a feel good book. It's an easy read. Again, it's book 1 out of 3. If you're into romance, small town drama, forced proximity, I think this might be a book that you would enjoy. Okay, so book number 2, Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. Now, I don't believe that there's many people who don't know about that book. But go to my notes. This is book 3 of 5. I believe it's the Empyrean series. Forgive me if I'm saying that wrong. This is an adult fantasy romance that includes magic and dragons. Now, again, this book has over 1 million reviews so on Goodreads. So I seriously doubt if there's really anything that I can say about this book that, someone doesn't know. But just to be on the safe side, I don't want to accidentally say anything that could be a spoiler. Now, I haven't actually read this particular book. I read book 1 and 2, but again, I don't want to um, mention any names or characters from out the book because I don't know if that will ruin, the book for anyone. So I won't do that. But I will say that this particular book was my first fantasy romance book. It was recommended to me by a coworker, and I actually enjoyed it. I did wish someone told me about reading these type of books and taking notes, because trying to keep up with the building of this world that is unfamiliar to me, because apparently with fantasy books there's this world building thing that takes place, and just to kind of keep everything straight and organized in my head, because there were a lot of different characters. So I wish I would have done that. But besides that, I really did enjoy the book. The characters were great. I think that this book, again, I haven't read the third one yet. I haven't read this particular one, but I believe that the series, especially the first and second book, probably are good books for those who are just getting started in like fantasy romance type of series or books in general. Okay, book number 3. This is The Tennis Partner by Abraham Verghese. Again, forgive me if I'm saying any of these names wrong. I am, terrible at pronouncing names. So if I said it wrong, I'm completely sorry. This one I am going to read the back of the book because I think it's just easier to read this synopsis here. It says, when Abraham Verghese, a physician whose marriage is unraveling, relocates to El Paso, Texas, he hopes to make a fresh start as a staff member at the county hospital. There he meets David Smith, a medical student recovering from drug addiction, and the two men begin a tennis ritual that allows them to shed their inhibition and find security in the sport they love and with each other. Their friendship between doctor and intern grows increasingly rich and complex, more intimate than two men usually allow. Just when it seems nothing can go wrong, the dark beast from David's past emerges once again, and almost everything Verghese has come to trust and believe in is threatened as David spirals out of control. Now, this would be the second book that I read by this author. He wrote one of my favorite books. It was one of my top 3 books from last year called The Covenant of Water. So there are certain authors that if their writing is just so good, even if I've only read one book prior, I am willing to just purchase their book and trust that it's going to be good. So that's what I'm putting my faith and trust that this one is going to be really good, just like how The Covenant of Water is or was. Okay, book number 4, last but not least. Okay, this is Brahm. It's Evil in Me by the author Brahm. Okay, so this is another one of those authors. I've only read one of his books. Previous book I read was called The Lost Gods, and it was absolutely wonderful. And because of that, and because it was so wonderful to me, I just feel like I can trust his writing. I can trust his writing. I don't believe he's going to lead me astray. And as I told you on the other part of this video, was that I was already starting to read this when I ordered it. And of course, I messed up. I ordered 2, but that's okay. We'll take care of that. But I was already in the middle of reading it, and it didn't disappoint. So I usually only purchase books that I've read and it's a 5-star read for me or a 4-star read. But again, I just knew that he was going to come through, and he did. So anyway, to go over my little notes, this is an adult horror, dark fantasy fiction that plays in the supernatural, paranormal, with demons and all kind of dark stuff. This book is about an inspiring musician, Ruby Tucker, who lives in a small town with her dysfunctional family. Ruby and her best friend, they are trying to make it big in the 80s. In the 80s punk rock scene, they're trying to get into Atlanta where, they can create this music, and they end up having a, argument, disagreement, they fall out. So that doesn't kind of happen. It gets derailed. Well, one day while Ruby is helping out her eccentric neighbor organize his religious relics, an ancient ring clamps down on her finger, possessing her with the spirit of a bloodthirsty demon. This is so wrong. Like, this is him. But anyway, Ruby is going to need almost the whole world to sing to save her soul. So this book is just so good. I mean, I'm just feel like I'm getting all tongue tied about it because it's just that good to me. But anyway, if you like books about possession, damnation, rock and roll, this will be your book. And again, I just knew it wasn't going to disappoint. And Brahm is not only a writer, he's also an artist. So in many of his books, if not all, I don't know, but in many of his books, I know that you will find his paintings that are in there. Now, again, you have to kind of look up Brahm because he might not be your cup of tea. Some of those paintings are dark, and it's just not for everybody. So check them out if you're into that kind of dark fantasy, underworld, that kind of thing. Then I think you probably would enjoy Brahm. I think he is just an awesome writer. I cannot wait to read more of his book. As a matter of fact, The Lost Gods, I read that a few years ago, and this year I plan to read it as a reread because it's just so good, and I just really enjoy him. So that's book number 4. Okay, guys, so that is the end of my little mini impromptu book haul. Again, I'm new to this. I know it's a little choppy. I will get better. You guys stick around with me. I appreciate your time and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye bye.